How much can you make in tech sales? So I started tech sales on a British local company in Bournemouth, and I earned around, in the beginning, my first paycheck was around 1,200, 1,300 pounds. When I then worked there for 6 to 12 months, I obviously reached more levels. There was like a level based system where you start at level one, and then if you're really good, you get to level four. Level four, you're gonna earn a little bit more money. I earned around 2.3k, let's say average, 2,000 to 2,300 pounds average, and that was literally my first year of doing any real job outside of Germany and working in UK. Then I quit and I changed companies, and then I did a little bit more, let's say a couple $100 more. And then when I actually quit again and changed my company to the last two companies, I earned the most amount of money, like around 3 to 4.5 thousand per month net. I had in my last company the biggest paycheck, which was 11,000 pounds gross. Then they took tax on it, and I received, I think, 6,500 pounds net a month. Not every month, but around 4 to 6k, anywhere in between. And I was also a top performer there. So yes, tech sales is a great job if you're having that energy, that hustle mode, that I want to grind, and you don't have experience. You just walk yourself up there for like 1 to 3 years, and you get really good opportunities. I can just, people, especially if you have another language, if you're not just speaking English, if you're speaking German, Spanish, French, Italian, then you get even more, opportunities, because all these US companies, when they move to Europe, they get their station first in the UK, and then they expand into the European countries, and then they need other languages than English. So there's always a scarce amount of people with that skill and another language than English. So if you have any of these languages, German, I got always good opportunities in the UK. Then, yeah, especially now that everything is remote, you can basically work from anywhere, and that is also another benefit. But in Texas, you can really make good money just with effort. Just open-minded, always curious, always wanting to learn, wanting to make money. Like literally, I made 11k gross, of course, right? But where can you make that amount of money in a job with 25 years old? That was when I was 26 or 25 years old. And I was like, wow, there's good amount of money, especially in British pounds. That probably around 7,000 euros, 7,500 euros. That is something a doctor or a lawyer earns. And I was just 25 and never had an academic route going on for me. I was just a grinder, a hustler. Just, for me, the corporate world wasn't for me something long term. I always wanted to build myself. I want to build my own business. I want to do and have freedom, first of all. But yeah, it's a great thing to start off in your 20s. Honestly, if you're right now in your 20s, you want to make money, go into tech sales, create a LinkedIn, reach out to tech companies in Europe, and look where sales opportunities are open. Look for sales development representative positionings or business development representative. These are the two job titles where you are the forefront, you're scanning the market, you're reaching out through calls, emails, LinkedIn messages, and just get people, decision makers interested to talk to your company, and you basically set appointments with your team. Yeah. And then our specialists from the team would talk to them, and you're also on the call as well, so you learn. And that was basically my job for like 4 or 5 years. And yeah, if you do a great job at this, then you make good money, and you will be also very appreciated, because it's the job which most people don't like doing. They don't like cold calling, they don't like cold approaches. But if you're getting good at this, it's not just a great motherfucking skill to have to cold approach decision makers, making them warm, making them interested into your company and your product. And you also understand a lot about sales because you're calling them and you're not just waffling at them and saying hey, blah blah blah, my company does da. You're trying to understand their problems and finding a solution to their problem, and that is like diagnosing like a doctor. That is a great skill. If you have that, you will take this into your life. You will have build great relationships, great partnerships, friendships, whatever, because you're actually interested in providing value in the other people, and that always leads into what you want, right? There's a saying: get people what they want, then you will have everything you want. And that's basically true. That's something Jim Rohn, one of my mentors, would say. If you don't know Jim Rohn, go on YouTube, watch him. Great person, changed my mind. And yeah, that's the last nugget. So, see you. Peace.